putting trays together since I was your age. I'll have it together for you at no time.
Frank Marlowe. Otto Craven. Angela White.
Would you like to start the car, Miss White? The key. The key! I'll put it in drive. Now let's go. Oh, my.
Cal Stevens.
Got anything for a headache?
Darn it. I'm out of ribbon.
Millie Paul. Tony Swata. And Alan Tucker. Each of these likable, upright, honest, and intelligent citizens is about to encounter a problem. An individual problem brought about by a little carelessness, a slight misunderstanding, a too hasty approach to a situation. And, in most of their cases, a failure to read explicitly the proper directions. Carried away by the pressures of the day, many of us don't follow instructions, read directions, or think. Consequently, we leave ourselves open for trouble. Regardless of how much of a hurry we're in, the slightest mistake may cause delays. The right way is usually the fastest way to do anything. While the problems of these people in this series of circumstances are theirs, and theirs alone, they all, along with many other citizens, face more common problems and uncertainties at income tax time. Detailed instructions usually come with any device you have to operate. Reading and applying those instructions usually saves headaches, saves the bother of undoing and redoing. Certainly, one of the most important books of instruction published is this booklet that comes with your federal income tax Form 1040. You'll file a better, more accurate return by reading it well before the deadline date and possibly save money. These supplemental books of interest to a particular taxpayer group may help too. In getting things together for your return, there may be distractions. Try to avoid them. Our first taxpayer, Otto Craven, is back on the ball. He thus helps ensure timely receipt of his refund check. Here's how it works. Once Otto's 1040 is received, the service center processes it for a refund. Here, with others, it is sorted, checked for mistakes, a missing Social Security number, a missing signature. Finding no mistakes, cards are key-punched for Otto's return. Information is recorded here in the computer room on master tapes. Checked for mathematical accuracy, sent to the National Computer Center, Martinsburg, West Virginia. Here, the refund information will be transferred by other computers to additional tapes that will automatically instruct the Regional Dispersing Office to make out the actual check. It happens this way for people who file correctly. But Frank Marlowe didn't keep complete or accurate records, essential to a good return, and failed to attach his W-2 to his 1040. When processed at the service center, a tax examiner will discover he omitted this form and hold up the refund until IRS gets the missing W-2. In a typical year, 500,000 individuals forget to send in their W-2s with their tax forms. Longer delays in getting refunds are caused by other omissions, forgetting to sign the return, or to have your spouse sign on a joint return will cause IRS to send back your form and delay a refund. 4 major areas of a 1040 incorrectly computed may result in an audit. Angela White was called in for an office audit. She didn't read those instructions. You just can't add the total charges on time payment purchases as deductible interest. The instructions point out that not more than 6% of the average unpaid monthly balance may be tallied. While her tax, as recomputed, was something of a shock to Angela, the agent found an item in her favor to help offset the additional payment. There, too, Angela had neglected to read the instructions. More fortunate was Alan Tuckerman. While a computer had selected his return for audit, his absent-mindedness and preoccupation had not extended this far. His mother-in-law claim was sustained. Alan had read the instructions carefully. Some 40% of taxpayers audited find no change on their returns. Returns questionable to computers or auditors are found in order when taxpayers present records and prove their entries. So, good records kept throughout the year are very important. A revenue agent will go to the taxpayer's place of business if his records are so bulky or numerous that he couldn't conveniently bring them to the IRS office. This is a field audit. Among several items to be verified, the agent asks Cal Stevens to substantiate his contributions. Cal proves with supporting documents entries in question, but finds himself faced with a persistently recurring problem. Each year, information from more than 100 million returns is stored here in the master files at the National Computer Center. At the center, a great matching operation takes place. Tapes from all parts of the country communicate with other tapes. For example, interest paid you by a bank in Seattle or a dividend from a corporation in Boston is recorded and can be automatically checked against your return. If an error is spotted, the information is fed back to the service center concerned and appropriate action is taken. Remember, there are more than 100 million taxpayers, some a lot like you, others a lot different. With you, they all have a vested interest in the future of our country. Taxes are the price we pay for civilization. It was true in ancient Greece and Rome. It was true in the early colonies. It was true a century ago. It is true today. The civilization we seek to maintain requires a strong national defense, the continuing study, experiment, exploration. It all takes money, billions in fact. Because most taxpayers are cooperative, patriotic citizens, the collection function at IRS is carried on at a cost of less than 1/2 cent per tax dollar. For this, credit the American taxpayer who, with good records, carefully read instructions, tells it like it is.